Hello friends, welcome back. So today is the day 3 of our 7-day Riyaz challenge. Over the last 2 days, we have practiced listening Riyaz and vocal Riyaz in Raag Bhoop or Bhupal. And today we will enter a very important part of Indian classical music, that is Taal and Laya. If you have watched my video on 7 types of Riyaz, then you already know that there are several beautiful techniques to improve your Taal and Lay. So today, we will explore some of these methods in a very simple and practical way. And as I mentioned yesterday, I usually sing in D sharp, but for everyone's convenience, I have chosen C sharp for this Riyaz challenge. So today, we will work with Teentaal and Ektaal, Madhyalay, Drut and Vilambit. We'll also practice Palta and Swaralankar exercises in Raag Bhoop. Also, if you feel inspired after undertaking this Riyaz challenge and want to go deeper into the foundation of Indian classical music, I will soon be starting a fresh batch for my course on Sangeet Shastra. So just write to me at sursadhak123@gmail.com and I will share the complete course structure with all of you. I promise it's one of the most clear, structured, comprehensive courses you can find on Indian classical music. So, like we did for last 2 days, before we begin our today's Riyaz session, let's take a moment to center ourselves, take a deep breath, and let us do the Om chanting 3 times to bring our focus and attention fully into our Riyaz and leaving behind all the stress and distractions. So, let us begin. Oh. Beautiful. So, let us begin with our Riyaz today. So, let us start the Riyaz with Madhyalay Teentaal and then Drut Teentaal. So, we did a Palta practice, right? In yesterday's Riyaz, vocal Riyaz. So, let us do the similar practice today, but with a different Palta. Okay. So, what we will do, we'll take a Palta. First, we will sing this Palta in Madhyalay Teentaal, like one note per one beat of the Taal cycle. So that we will do, and then we can increase the speed of the Taal and we will do the same practice again. Very similar what we did yesterday, but let us start with a new Palta today. So what is the Palta? Sa re ga pa re ga pa da sa da pa ga re sa da sa. So let's take this part. I will repeat again. Sa re ga pa da sa da pa ga re sa da sa. So let us do this Palta with Madhyalay Teentaal. Din tin ta ta din. sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re Now let us increase the speed of the taal and do the same palta again. So we can practice with the faster lay, the same palta. Okay, let me increase the speed. Sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re We can also do this in akar as well. Okay, like let us try to increase the speed further. But what we are going to do is, remember, we will sing one swar per one beat or one note per one beat, even though we are increasing the speed. Sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re So you want to see by increasing the speed further more? Okay, let's do a couple of times. But remember, even though we are increasing the speed, the pitch perfection has to be there, and also we have to see that we are singing the right notes. Okay, it should sound musical as well. Sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa re ga pa sa dha pa ga re sa. Okay, So maybe for some of you this speed can be too much in the beginning. So you can start with the slower speed. Eventually, as you practice more and more, you will definitely will be able to increase the speed and by having the perfection in singing as well. So that was one of the practice with one of the palta. Now let us do the second type of riyas. What is this? This is the Layakari technique. So we will play with the lay or we will play with the speed of the taal. Now we can keep the taal tempo constant, like the lay of the taal constant, but we will change the speed of the singing. In the previous one, what we did, we changed the speed of the taal as well. Okay, and we were singing one swar per one beat of the taal. So we did not change, or even though we changed the speed of singing, we changed it in proportion of the taal beats. Now we are going to change the speed of our singing, but we are not going to change the speed of the taal. So how will we do that? So first we will sing like earlier, one note for one beat of the taal cycle. Then we will sing two notes per one beat of the taal cycle, that is also known as Dugun, and then we will sing four notes per one beat of the taal cycle, which is like four times, also known as Chaugun. So let us start very similar to what we did earlier. One note per one beat of the taal cycle. We'll start from there and then two notes per one beat and four notes per one beat in, of course, Raag Bhoop. And we can take the same palta, sa re ga pa re ga, or maybe we can take the another palta, sa re Sare sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. This palta. So we will be also kind of doing the palta riyas because we are taking different paltas in the Raag Bhoop. So along with the Layakari, now the new palta. Let's see. Okay. I will reduce the speed so that I will reduce the speed so that we will be able to increase the speed of our singing. Otherwise, it will not be possible. Okay. Tin tin ta ta tin tin ta, and the palta is one note per one beat first. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Take a rest. Okay. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. You can also practice with me. You can also sing. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Now, what we are going to do is we will sing two notes per one beat. Okay, same palta. So earlier the palta was ending when the cycle of the taal was ending. Now the palta will end because we are doubling the speed. So the palta will end at the half cycle only. So in one Taal cycle, we will be able to sing the palta 2 times. So let us see how to do that. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Din. So in one cycle we did 2 paltas or the same palta but 2 times because we increased the speed. We sang 2 notes per one beat of the Taal cycle. So let us practice more. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Da da din din. Are you getting it? So practice with me. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. We can also practice this in akar, and if we make this faster and faster, it will go towards tan as well. Let's try once in akar as well. Okay. Sorry. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Okay. So now we will increase the speed even more, and we will make it like 4 notes per one beat of the Taal cycle. So now in one Taal cycle we will be able to sing the palta 4 times because we are kind of making the speed of singing 4 times. So how to do that? Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Okay. Some confusion was there. Let's see. Din ha ha din da. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Quite fast, right? Okay, let me reduce the speed little bit so that you will understand how we can sing the 4 notes per one beat of the Taal cycle. What I first time I did was like kind of 3 notes because it ended in 3 cycles, or it was somewhere in between. Even though the speed was faster, it was not 4 notes per one beat. Okay, so let me reduce the speed a bit. Da dha din da din. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Din ha din din da din din ta ta din din. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Sare sagare gare paga paga dha paga re sa. Da din da. Okay, so even though there is only one beat, mentally we have to divide that one beat into 4 more beats and then sing one note for that imaginary one beat. Okay, this is also how we will do it for the Vilambit Ektaal, because Vilambit Ektaal, although the tempo will be slower than this, and in fast Drut Ektaal it will be helpful for developing the taan. Okay, I hope you got it. So if we sing, for example, in akar, sa re sa ga re pa ga pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Okay. Sorry. Ah, that is how the taal will be. So, so that is how we will eventually build it up and sing the faster and faster taals. It will also help us to get our attention, full focus by this if we do this kind of riyaz. Okay, now there can be another variation in this. We can increase the speed of the taal, and now what we were doing, we were singing like one note per one beat of the taal, or one note, say 2 notes per one beat, or 4 notes per one beat. Instead of that, we will sing one note per 2 beats of the taal cycle. So it will be exactly opposite to that. Okay, let us try this. So dha din, we will sing only one note. Dha din sa re. Sa re ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa dha sa. Oh, sorry, I sang the first palta. What we were singing? Sa re sa ga re pa. Oh. Dha din dha din dha din sa. One note, one note, yeah, for two beats. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re. So that is one note per one beat. Okay. Now, one note per 2 beats. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. So we sang one palta in 2 cycles of the taal. So this was a bit different from the previous ones, right? Okay. So I will increase the speed a bit. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. One note per one beat. Now one note per 2 beats. Sa re sa ga re pa ga dha pa ga re sa. Okay. So I hope you understood this. So this is how we can vary the laya and the speed of singing and speed of tala. So we can play with the taal lay and the speed of the singing. That is kind of a layakari practice. Okay, so that was layakari, and now let us get familiarized with the bols of the taal. So let us do riyaz for understanding the bol, or getting familiarized with the bols of the taal. So we practice the Teentaal. The bols of the Teentaal, they go like this: dha dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha tin tin ta dhin dhin dha. Okay, so let us sing this for a couple of times, or say 5-10 times without the taal, and then let us sing it along with the taal as well. So we get familiarized with the tabla sound as well, which comes from the actual tabla. Right now, we will let us practice with tabla machine. So the bols along with the tabla on the tabla machine. So first without the tabla, then with the tabla. So let us sing first. Say the bols first without tabla. So dha, again the Teentaal bols, of course. Dha dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha tin tin ta dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha tin tin ta dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha dhin dhin dha tin tin ta dhin dhin dha dhin 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 dha tin tin ta ta dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha tin tin ta ta dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha tin tin ta ta dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha tin tin ta ta dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha dha tin tin ta ta dhin dhin dha. Okay, this is traditionally also practiced with the tali and khali, what we call the tali, and this is the khali. So on the hands we will practice the tal bols. So how to do this? Again, the Teentaal, and so dha din din dha dha din din dha khali dha tin tin ta ta din din dha dha din din dha dha din din dha dha tin tin ta ta din din dha dha din din dha dha din din dha dha tin tin ta ta din din dha. So this is like what we call the sum and the kal of the tal. If you have or if you are learning about the tabla, these are some of the fundamental concepts which we try to replicate on the with the tali and khali. So that is like the sum and kal. Not exactly, because we give the tali more number of times, but it is a representation. So we can internalize the laya if we practice like that. So now, because that time there were no machines or any apps available, right, for the practicing, and every time the tabla, getting the tabla or getting a tabla accompanist was not possible. So that was the technique. But let us also try to practice tabla with or the tal with the tabla to get familiarized with the sound of those bowls. Okay, so I will play it. Reduce the speed a bit. Din da da din 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 din da din din da da din din da da din din da da din din 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 da din din da da din din. Actually, if you listen carefully, it is not actually dha tin tin ta ta din din the last, because in this machine it is, see this piece. So it is not dha tin tin ta, plain dha tin tin ta. So there are some different thikas used or some different variations used. So let me try to play that one, which is with the plain dha tin tin ta. Tata, then actually still it is a little bit different, just to give us an indication that now it is coming back to the sum or the completing the tal cycle. So let us sing with this. Okay. Da din da din din da 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 din din da da din din da da din din da da din din da din din da da din din da da din din da da din din da din din da da din din da da din din da da din din da din din da da din din da da din din da da din din da din din da da din din da. Okay. So likewise, we can practice for more and more number of times, more and more cycles, till we get familiarized with the tal bowls, till we internalize that laya, and while we are singing, we can pay attention to that bowls as well, so that we end up our singing on the sum, but perfectly on the sum. We land on the sum. So that is the practice. of the Taal Bols. Now, the fourth Riyaz technique is practicing the Vilambit Laya. So let us take Ektaal this time. And the Ektaal bowl, they are different from Teentaal because Ektaal is a cycle of 12 beats. Teentaal was cycle of 16 beats. Okay. So this is the Ektaal generally goes like Din Din Dha Tirakita Tu Na Kat Din Dha Tirakita Din Na Din Din Dha Tirakita Tu Na Kat Din Dha Tirakita Din Na. Okay. So this is like a Madhyalay tempo. I will show you on the tabla as well how the Madhyalay tempo sounds like. But when we go to the Vilambit Laya, it is like very slow. So even though the one matra or the one bowl is like dha, din, din, but it is very slow. Dha, din, ka, din, traka, dha. So it goes like that. So you'll practice once a couple of times in the Vilambit Laya with the bowls, and then let us practice a different technique. Okay, like we did a Merukhand technique or with the four notes yesterday. So today we will do it with the four notes along with the Vilambit Ektaal. So those matras, like I showed you, like dha. So actually it's one bowl or one matra, but we are imaginary level, we are dividing into four equal parts. So like dha, din. Okay. So those imaginary parts we will sing the four notes. Like imagining we are singing one note for one imaginary beat and not the actual beat. So it's a similar how we did the practice of singing two notes for one beat or four notes for one beat in the Teentaal, right? So this is like similar, but this will help us to build our attention or to get familiarized with the Vilambit Ektaal. So let me first show you the Madhyalay Ektaal. Tu na kattin dha draka dina din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din din dha tirkit tu na kattin dha tirkit din na din. Okay, this is like a Madhyalay or little bit Drut like. Now I will show you how the Vilambit Laya sounds. Okay. So did you hear that? Ti, ra, ki, ta. So here exactly you can count those four matras because there are bowls. Ti, ra, ki, ta. But for the other bowls, there are no sounds. So we have to imagine and then we have to sing or make our improvisations accordingly when we actually present in the say we sing a bandesh or we do the Raag Vistar in Vilambit Laya. So na da dha sorry din dha. Okay, let me start it from the beginning and then we will sing along with the tal. So what are the words? Din taka din taka dha dha again ti ra ki ta. So that is some in between bowls when they play the Vilambit like little bit tweaking they add or little bit what we call it's like bowl or to make it like a theka, otherwise it will sound very mechanical. So that is some of those elements are generally added, but let us sing only the primary bowls along with the machine. Okay, so one two three. Din din taka dha four, ti, ra, ki, ta, tu, na, na, kat, na, kadha, dhage, ti, ra, ki, ta, din, na, din, taka, din, taka, dha, dha, ti, ra, ki, ta, tu, na, kat, ta, dha, dhage, ti, ra, ki, ta, din, na, din. Okay. So it is quite slow, right? And it becomes very difficult for us to understand where exactly we are. Sometimes we may get lost, and that generally happens. So we have to understand from where the next Tirakita starts, and then there is a sound of din, which indicates us that now it is going back to the that din is the 11th beat or the 11th matra, and it indicates us that it is now going back to the 12th matra, and then it will end the cycle. So this is how we can have some indicators. But right now, let us do one thing. Let us practice the four swar Merukhand. Okay, along with this tal, so that instead of just counting those imaginary matras on the beats, we will try to sing one note for that one imaginary matra or the beat, so that the riyaz also becomes somewhat interesting, and we feel that we also feel some musicality in the riyaz as well. And also we will be practicing four swar merukhand like the swar. But initially, if it is very difficult for you, you can just stick to the bowl practice. Okay, you need not sing the merukhand. So now let me turn on the tanpura. So yesterday we saw the three swar Merukhand. Okay, there were six combinations like sa re ga re sa ga re ga sa re ga re sa. Okay, now in the four swar Merukhand like sa re ga pa, there will be 24 different combinations and combinations. How? Sa re ga pa re sa ga pa sa ga re pa ga sa re pa re ga sa pa ga re sa pa. Now this might sound very difficult, but there is logic. We did sa re ga re sa ga, right? 1 2 3 2 1 3. So now we just are going to add the 4 to that same combination. So 1 2 3 and then 4. Then we did 2 1 3 and then 4. So 1 3 2 and then 4. 3 1 2 and then 4. So likewise, how it will sound with the swaras? Sa re ga pa, fourth note. Re sa 2 1 3 4. Re sa ga pa. Then 1 3 2 4. Sa ga re pa. So the same sa re ga re ga sa re, but we will just add pa after every that one three swar combination. Okay, now once we do do that, then what we will do now, we will doing sa re ga pa re sa ga pa. Okay, so we did three combinations. Sorry, we chose sa re ga as the three notes and we did all six combinations. Now we will take sa re pa as the three notes and we will add ga at the end. So that will be 1, 2 and 4. These three notes we will take, will make the combination same, 6 combinations, and we add third note at the end. So sa re pa ga, we will make the combinations of sa re pa. So how will it will be sa re pa re sa pa re pa sa re pa pa re sa. Okay, and then what we skipped ga, that ga we will add at the end. So sa re pa ga re sa pa re ga pa sa re pa sa ga pa re sa ga. Similarly, we will skip re. We'll make the combinations of, first we did sa re ga 6 combinations, then we did sa re pa 6 combinations. Now we will do sa ga pa 6 combinations. So sa, skip re, sa ga sa pa and re. We will add re. So sa ga pa re ga sa pa re sa pa ga re pa sa ga re ga pa sa re pa ga sa re. Okay, and lastly re ga pa. First sa re ga, then sa re pa, then sa ga pa, and then re ga pa, and we will add the remaining note at the end. So logically it is simple. Practicing it only you will get that perfection. So practice is very essential, otherwise we may mess it up. So last one is ga re ga pa sa ga re pa sa re pa ga sa pa re ga sa ga pa re sa pa ga re sa. Okay, so 24. Sa re ga 6, re sa re pa 6, re sa ga pa 6, and then re ga pa sa 6. Okay, so 6 6 6 6, 24 combinations. Now these 24, we have Vilambit Ektaal, which is like 12 beats, and if we divide that one beat into 4 beats, we get 48 beats, right? 12 fours are 48. Now what we will do, we will sing this sa re ga pa re sa ga pa. Okay, these 6 followed by next 6 followed by next 6 and followed by next 6. So total 24 combinations we can sing only in the half cycle, because there are total 48 counts. So 24 into 24. So the same this 4s for Merukhand we can practice 2 times along with the Ektaal. Now this might sound overwhelming for you, but we'll do it slowly. You can practice. Eventually you will understand and you will be able to do it even faster as well. Okay, so let us do this to develop our understanding of the Vilambit Lay. I will start playing the Vilambit Lay and I will start singing the sa re ga pa. Okay, so one note per one imaginary beat. Sa re ga pa re sa ga pa. Okay, I am singing a bit faster now. 1 2 3 4. So it's like sa re ga pa re sa ga pa sa ga re pa ga sa re pa re ga sa pa ga re sa pa. Likewise, okay. So if I sing it faster, then we will be able to sing all that 24 combinations. But right now, because I'm singing it slowly, so Let's see how many we can do. Okay, I'll play it from the beginning. Sa re ga pa re. Okay, sorry, I forgot to tell this because we are singing one note per one beat, so we will not be able to sing the 24 combinations, because in the 24 combinations there are lot more swaras. Okay, in the sixth combination itself there are 4 into 6, so 24 swaras already. So we will be able to sing only 24 into 24. Like for the 48 counts of that Ektaal cycle, we will be able to sing only two, or not two actually, 6 into 6. That means 12. 12 fours are 48. Only those number of combination. Okay, and then we will do for the next cycle remaining 24 combinations. So that will complete the whole our 12 fours are 48 and 48. So total 96 like swaras, but the combinations 24. Okay. It might sound very mathematical, but believe me, it is not that difficult once you start practicing. Okay, so let us start. Sa re ga pa re, sa ga pa, sa ga re pa ga, sa re pa re ga, sa pa ga re, sa pa, sa re pa ga re, sa pa ga, sa pa re ga, pa sa re ga re, pa sa ga pa re, sa ga re. Okay, that is how we completed the total of two different sets of the combinations, like 4 sets out of 4 sets. Okay, so let us do it again, and this time we will sing the complete 24 combinations with the Ektaal cycle. So there will be 2 cycles when I complete the complete combination. So let us sing again. Sa re ga pa re, sa ga pa, sa ga re pa ga, sa re pa re ga, sa pa ga re, sa pa, sa re pa ga re, sa pa ga, sa pa re ga, pa sa re ga re, pa sa ga pa re, sa ga, sa ga pa re ga, sa pa re, sa pa ga re, pa sa ga re ga, pa sa re pa ga, sa re ga pa sa ga re, pa sa re pa ga, sa pa re ga, sa re pa re, sa pa ga re, sa. Then okay, so 2 cycles, 1 and 2 I showed you, 2 cycles of the Taal, and we were able to sing the complete 24 Merukhand combinations along with the Taal. So if we do this more number of times, definitely we can master the Lay, Vilambit Lay, and we can also master the notes. So this is the benefit of doing this riyas. Okay, so that is all about the four different types of riyas in the Lay and Taal. So friends, on the day 3 of our 7-day Riyaz challenge, we focused on Taal and Lay part of the Indian classical music, from Madhyalay to Drut Teentaal, and then also we saw Vilambit Ektaal. We practiced it. So, if we enjoyed this practice and if you want to explore more techniques, do check out my video on 7 types of Riyaz techniques if you haven't checked it already. I have given the link in the description of this video. Also, if you want to dive deeper into the theory and structure of Indian classical music and how to practice it, how to do the Riyaz, how to develop your understanding, all about that, then do email me at sursadak123 at the rate gmail.com for more details on my course which I have designed on Sangeet Shastra. So I'm also sharing the link in the description of the video, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. So see you tomorrow in the day 4 of our 7-day Riyaz challenge. In tomorrow's session, we will explore the aesthetic elements and more Layakari techniques. So we'll practice all of this in tomorrow's session. So see you tomorrow. Until then, keep practicing. Stay musical. Bye bye.